A very good morning to all of you, and in today's class we're going to talk about the need and importance of vocational guidance service. Let's see the introduction. If we look into our country, India, vocational guidance was not easily available during those time. In the year 1945, the Training and Employment Service Organization Committee, headed by B. Shivarao, suggested that occupational information must be selected and published. As a result of that, during the second year 5-year plan period, a project was prepared to set up about 50 vocational guidance centers to supplement the efforts of the employment exchange in their personnel selection. So basically, vocational guidance is the assistance given to an individual to choose a vocation, prepare for it, enter upon, and progress in it. In other words, it helps a person to have a satisfactory vocational adjustment. In USSR, work in vocational guidance began as early as in 1920s. According to National Vocational Guidance Association USA in 1924, vocational guidance is the giving of information, experience, and advice to in in order to choose an occupation, to prepare for it, enter upon it, and progress in it. So basically, vocational guidance is guidance or a service given to an individuals to choose an appropriate job for what they are good at. Since we already talked about the meaning of vocational guidance in previous class, so mainly we are concerned about the need and importance of vocational guidance service during this class. So let's focus mainly on the need and importance of vocational guidance service. Why there's a need and why it is important for vocational guidance service during this. I mean, during this stage, or I mean in this generation, especially because if you just look around us, there's so much of complexity that is going on with the rise in science and technology, with advancements in the new inventions. There are so many innovative ideas that is coming up, and a lots of changes that has been taken place. So with regards to that, so I think it's there's a need, and it is felt that vocational guidance should be imparted in various levels of education. So let's just see what are the reasons that we need vocational guidance in our life. So the first one is individual differences. Without gathering the necessary facts about individual differences through different methods, the process of vocational guidance will not be possible. So in order to collect these facts regarding individual differences, persons with some specific characteristics are required for each vocation. Hence, due to the availability of tests for collecting tests like intelligence tests, personality tests, attitude tests, aptitude tests, for collecting the fact regarding the individual differences, and also due to these individual differences themselves, the need of vocational guidance cannot be denied. The second one is variety of vocations. There are lots of vocations out there, and many time people tend to confuse which vocation to choose. So in addition to the multiplicity of vocation, their complexity has become very challenging. A layman feels difficult to understand such a vocation. The main causes of multiplicity of vocation and complexities of vocation are maximum scientific developments, which I already said. Hence, the only key to a person development in his is compromising with this scientific progress. In this way, these days, it has become possible to face this multiplicity of vocation through vocational guidance alone. So let's see the vocational progress. The present age is the age of results or consequences. What type of results a person gives after entering into the vocation depends upon his capacities, abilities. It has become very important to start vocational guidance program to make available the information regarding training centers and necessary training required for vocational progress after entering into vocation. So it's very important for an individual to have an adequate information and knowledge about uh, what will be the I would say what will be the progress, and what will be the things coming up after them, after the moment they enter the vocation, what needs to be done in order to progress in their vocation. So vocational guidance program actually is the program which makes available informations regarding this training center, necessary training required for vocational progress after entering into vocation. The next one is stable future of students. After school, many students left without knowing about vocations, which stream to choose, which subject to choose, and which course to choose. In such circumstances, the child does not succeed in adjusting himself. So this mistake and maladjustment are discovered at a later stage. I have seen there are so many people, so many students who have no one to guide before they enter into any vocation. That is why they land up in troubles and maladjustment, and therefore they tends to drop out from the college and uh, opt for another vocation. So it will be a wastage of time. So this result into people's instability in that vocations. Hence there should be some provision of providing such vocational guidance so that he may attain stability from vocational point of view, and he may take interest in his vocation. From this point of view, the need of vocational guidance service carries its own importance. Yes, for the students to be stable in his vocation, it is important for the teachers and the experts to give them adequate information, readable information, so that they will be aware and alert and be prepared for before they enter into any vocation. So let's see, next is the need from economic point of view. Economic problems are always bound to arise when the production of some established falls. The production falls only when a person selects a vocation and enters into it without deep thinking. This cause is responsible for his vocational instability. As a result, economic stability cannot be attained. Hence, the provision of vocational guidance is being considered very important just to remove the economic difficulties of an establishment of its owner. Yes, if you want your company, if you want your organizations to rise or to benefit or to profit, you need to find out a persons who have a stable nature and who love the job and who are satisfied with the job. So it's very, very important even for the owners of the company to always give training to the employees so that they may able to find out themselves whether they are in the right job or not. If they are not in the right job, then they will move out from that so that the company itself will not be in loss or will not fall down, right? So this is the reason it's responsible for, I mean, it's the responsibility of experts of the higher authority to take charge of uh, vocational guidance. So the next one is need due to changing conditions. With advancements of science and technology and industrialization, many laymen find it difficult to cope up with these new changing conditions. Therefore, a need of vocational guidance is much felt in these changing circumstances. I remember when I remember when I was doing my computer course, I met a person who is around 60, no, not 60, 50 years old, and then he still come for computer course. When I asked him why you at this age come for computer course, he said that since there's a lot of changes that take place in the society, so I had just come not only to get a certificate, but just to earn, to earn and to learn about what is there in this tally program. And so basically it is a challenging task for the elderly people to come back to the uh, educational level to study and to learn the basic requirements of the tally, and that is why it is a challenge for the elder people. So because as you can see in the society now, there's a lot of changes that has been taking place. That is why there's a need for vocational guidance in these changing circumstances. The next one is establishing coordination between family and vocational life. A coordination between family and vocational life of a person is a must. The professional success and failure affect the family life very much. For such coordination, vocational guidance should be provided to a person for the proper selection of vocation. Here, if you can see, you know, in your family or around your environment, uh, the success and failures of an individual's affects the family's growth and development. Like for example, the if the family, have a children who is not performing well in their job or in their career or in their work, then it will automatically, directly or indirectly, will affect the growth and development of the family. So if the member of the family are doing fine and doing well, they're doing very good in the job, they're happy with the job, they're satisfactory with the job, and they are satisfied with what they do, and they're happy with what they do, they love what they do, then it will have a positive impact in the family's growth and development. So there's a need for vocational guidance in order to establish a coordination between the family and vocational life. The next one, let's see the need from personal, social, and health point of view. The importance of person's health, personal and social, cannot be underestimated for his vocational success. Lack of interest in vocation also affects his health. Personal and social viewpoints carry their own importance. The happiness, satisfaction, and the personality development of the workers depend on their vocation or profession. Hence, owing to social, personal, and health point of view, there is always a need of vocation guidance for the selection of vocation, right? So, uh, every man should make sure that he is in the right job, right place, and his work will actually help him in his personal growth and in his social growth. Uh, Now, if a person is not happy with what he does, then he will automatically have a feeling of being sad, depressed, and so on, and this might affect his health. And then if is if he is not well, then he will not be able to perform well, and when he is not able to perform well, then there will be a disadvantage. I mean, like there will be it will be a big loss for the organization and a company and even for the family. So the happiness, satisfaction, and personality development of the workers of a person depends much on their vocation or professions, and it is very important to give vocational guidance to such persons who are uh, unable to adjust to his environment. The next one is for proper utilization of human potentialities. It is essential to know the hidden capacity and energies of a person. The human energies can be best utilized by vocational guidance. There might be some person whose energy and capacity are not well utilized. In order to avoid future destruction of such energies and capacities, vocational guidance services seems to be essential. Now, I remember there's many people who have uh, come through a lot, and they have jumped from one vocation to another vocation because they are not satisfied with the first vocation until they find out their real vocation. So uh, I think they have passed through a lot of they have passed through a lot of experience, and they have wasted a lot of time for that. So in order to save other people from wastage of time and so on and many more, then it's very important for the persons to give vocational guidance beforehand, before any future destructions of his energy and capacities. So vocational guidance services seems to be essential right now, because in order for proper utilization of human potentialities, guidance services is a must in order to save a person from wasting time and wasting energies and wasting their financial and many more. So these are the reason, the causes for the need of vocational guidance. As you can see, in today's world, as you can see, there's a lot of changes taking place in our society. Day by day, you can see we are adapting to other new changes. Uh, so it's very, very important for the students to prepare, to be alert, to be aware of what is going to happen next after what they are doing now. So in order to be on the safe side, vocational guidance service is a must and is needed at this point in order to protect students from destruction, from wasting their time and wasting their money. So vocational guidance should be imparted in every levels of the education, right from secondary, it can be from primary, secondary, and higher secondary, right? So in order to prepare students to be well equipped with their skills, knowledge, and personality development is important for the institutions to make sure that they make time to give vocational guidance to the students. Now let's come to conclusion. The Secondary Education Commission recommends apprenticeship training being an important part of the training needed. Suitable legislation should be passed, making it obligatory for the industry to afford facilities to students for practical training. Vocational preparatory service means the service that is rendered to an individual in assisting him in receiving training before entrance upon the quality and completeness of his preparation, as well as upon suitable choice of an occupation. During the second five-year plan period, a project was prepared to set up 50 vocational guidance centers to supplement the efforts of employment exchange in their personal selection. So to summarize all these, we have seen that vocational guidance is important, and especially if you just look at the National Education Policy 2020 now, you will see the government and the Ministry of Human Resource Development and the authority who make up this national education policy, they have take a keen interest in reimagining the vocational uh, education in India. So let's see the national education policy of 2020 in the next slide. So as you can see here, this national education policy 2020 reimagining vocational guidance. This is just a part of the national education policy on vocational education, mainstreaming vocational education, offering more choice. Vocational education is to be integrated into all schools and higher education institutions in a phased manner. Higher education institutions to offer vocational education either on their own or in partnership with the industry and NGOs. Incubation centers to be set up in higher education institutions in partnership with industries, focusing area to be chosen based on skill gap analysis, mapping of local opportunities, and higher education institutions to conduct short-term certificate course in various skills including soft skills. So with this, I would like to end my explanation on the need and importance of vocational guidance. Then with this, I would like to say thank you. If you have any problem, you can always text me in WhatsApp.